G'day guys, Harley Rumble. Just being a shitty day outside, I thought I would go over a little bit of my camera gear with you guys, show you what I've got along the way. I think I'm getting a pretty good setup, so stay tuned, we'll go over it. Like and subscribe if you like the video at the end. Yeah, just hang around. Cheers. Welcome back. So what I'd like to go over first would be my main action camera. It wasn't the first one I brought, but it's certainly the best one I brought, and that's a DJI Action 3. I don't think I even realised before I purchased it how good it actually was. So I'm not going to go over all the specs and everything like that, because there's a million videos on YouTube about all the specs. So all I'm going to say is it's a brilliant camera. It is an absolute cracker for me. I've purchased an extra steel case to go around it with hot shoe mounts in it, so I can add my other accessories as well. But for me, this camera, absolutely fabulous, user friendly, and it has to be for me, believe me. So yeah, I really enjoy it. Even though it was a little bit of money to outlay for this, I am 100%. I would guarantee or recommend this camera for anyone doing motor vlogs. I've also purchased different accessories to go with this. I've purchased the battery pack, holds 3 batteries, so I've got all 3 batteries. Last me ages, so you get about an hour and a half out of a battery if you're doing around about 4K 30, maybe an hour. You have to do a battery change. The only downside of the Action 3 is you can't have the DJI wireless microphone plugged in and put some juice into it to charge the battery up as it's running. That's the only thing I've found, but I've got to work around for that, so it's all good. So the next thing I've purchased is the wireless mic. That's the charge case. Inside you will see that, you know, I've already got the receiver out. I've got one transmitter on. The receiver's in the actual camera. So that again cost me a few bucks, but it's well worth it. And the quality of the audio when I've got my helmet on, I'm still playing with that. That may be something I can do in post, but it's still a very good unit. Again, not going to put any specs up. There's 1,000 videos on it on YouTube. So yeah, that's just something I purchased. I did try it in the start and go with these Amazon $40 ones and things like that. They probably all got their place, but for what I'm doing on the motorbike, you can't beat the DJI wireless mic system.
So the next bit of kit I've got, and it's only a recent addition, is the DJI Osmo Mobile 6. It's a handheld gimbal. It's what I'm actually filming on at the moment with my iPhone 11. I've got a lot of learning to do with this gimbal, but I can see it's going to have real advantages for different applications for what I'm going to do. It being DJI, I know I've got a bit of a DJI theme happening, but I really do think their gear is right at the peak, along with a few others for performance and reliability. But yeah, it's a fantastic bit of kit, and I'm sure once I learn how to use it properly, it'll just add to my vlogs and my videos that I do.
So another thing I've purchased was actually the selfie stick from DJI. Now, this selfie stick was actually developed for the DJI Action 2, but I did read up a lot on it, and they did say before I brought it that it will actually work with the remote on this. It comes with a remote, if you can see that. The remote does actually work with the DJI Action 3. This pulls out, moves around, has a base. So this is a great selfie stick, and I can actually stop and record and go through my settings on the actual remote. So, you know, that was a very good purchase for me. The other thing that I haven't really spoke about is with the DJI, the mounting system on that is just unbelievable. You don't have to screw things, well, you may have to screw things in to start with, but if you want to mount and dismount your camera, it comes with a magnetic base and it just makes it so simple. So you just clip it on and it's locked in, and then when you want to take it off, you just press the two tabs in the side and unlock it. The magnet on it is very strong, and plus you've got the little extra wings that clip in. So very good system, better than having to unscrew and screw everything on. I've got a few of these for different mounts. I've got for my helmet mount now, I have got a chin mount, and I'll show you go over my helmet a bit later. But yeah, that there is for the chin mount, the magnetic mount for the DJI Action 3. Bang, straight on the chin mount, away I go. Easy. So pretty much that's the DJI, very brief, but that's what I'm running with. I'll move on to the next camera, which was the first ever action camera I brought. It was the Akaso Brave 7, and I'll dig into that now. This is the first camera that I started to use. I brought off Amazon for about 250 bucks. It was fine. The stabilisation, I did have an issue with it, which was user error to start with, but once I figured it out, it was okay. It was all good. But like I said before, I didn't realise how good other cameras were. Which brings me to a point about cameras. You might ask why I didn't use a GoPro. I was very concerned about the overheating issues and a few other issues that went along with the GoPros. Yeah, they have great images and great stabilisation and everything that goes with them, but the reliability factor worried me. So when I first started, 250 bucks got me into the game. I bought a couple of mounts and yeah, started shooting videos. With this, I guess a problem would be that the front screen can only be used by itself. They can't use front and back screens. Just one of those things with the cheaper variety cameras. But all in all, it got me going. But I definitely do know now the difference between a good camera or a fantastic camera and an average camera. Also, I have a lot of little bits and pieces that I tend to carry with me. I've got a couple of bags of mounts, a variety of different sorts of mounts. They will come in handy at one point or at some point, no doubt, but I just throw them in a case and I carry them with me. I've also got a external hard drive. I back up all my footage onto these, very handy. I've got a power bank. This is 10 milliamp, I think, which has got plenty of juice for all my gear, probably a few times over, so that was a must. And I put all these extra bits and pieces into this little case here, and you can see there's still a few bits and pieces in there, but yeah, I usually carry all this together and I'll throw it in the bag. Okay, so this is my helmet, my HJC I90 helmet. It's a modular. It does flip up at the front. I've added a dark screen. Hard to do one hand. A dark screen. I love this helmet. It's everything I wanted. I've added the Harley Davidson stickers on the front and the back, just because I can. And I've also added to this is a chin mount. So instead of having, I used to have and I think I can find an image and I might overlay it. I had a mount here with about 5 or 6 pieces of GoPro attachments, so it come out around. Now that's all gone. I've got the chin mount, so I'm pretty happy with that. Haven't given it a test run yet, but we'll see how she all goes. I think it'll be fine. A lot more streamlined and the helmet looks a lot better. Also with this, I've got the HJC communication device. It's great. Play music through it, phone calls. I'm not very happy with this helmet. I don't think I'd trade it for anything else. Also inside, I've got the Sony lavalier mic, which actually hooks up in here. The end of the lavalier mic is right here, and I've made it so it comes through my cheek pads and this is where I mount one of these when I'm on the bike. Seems to work perfectly. I can slide it in there right up to where it clamps on, and it just works. Like I said earlier, I do need to do a little bit more work with my getting the tones and everything right with the wireless, DJI wireless mic, but I'm working on it. And this lavalier mic, and then also you got the microphone here for the HJC setup. So yeah, and like I said, I can't feel any of that when I ride. I can't feel anything, so it's all comfortable, beautiful. So okay, so something I've forgotten was how I go about editing all my videos. I do it all on my iPad. It's the latest iPad out, which is, I think, I don't know, 11, I don't know, whatever it is. Yeah, so this is my iPad. I've got a keypad with it. I use the program LumaFusion. It works very well. It's a one-off. You have to buy it one-off. I think it's 60 bucks or something like that, but it suits me down to the ground because I can be very mobile and do everything I want with my iPad. So yeah, just, and also I've got what do they call these? Pencil? I don't know, but yeah, it goes with the iPad. So yeah, it all works really well for me, and whatever I've uploaded and what I'm doing now, it's all been edited on the iPad and LumaFusion.
Just one last point, here's a sign my son whipped up for me not too long ago. I've been bloody itching to get it up on a wall and put some lights behind it and see what it looks like, and I think it'll look good in the shed once I get it all done. But yeah, thanks to Jordan, good job buddy. So I just wanted to show you what I've kind of got me set up as, and I'll just pan around and you can have a look. It's pretty basic, me table, everything over there, me ring light for a bit of filler light, and then I'll come over here and I've got me ladder with my old Ryobi light, for a little bit added extra light, but it's very basic, very really basic stuff that I'm using. So anyway, it'll improve once I get my shed together. Righto, catch you in the next one.